I feel like you've got so many resources at your advantage. Like, for example, you're close friends with 50. He's a whole mogul and executive. Like, where are his mogul and executive friends? You know, and that's just one.
50 would never hook me up with any of his friends.
Lala Anthony is a multi-talented actress, TV personality, mother, and entrepreneur. From her early beginnings as a host on MTV's TRL to an established acting career, Lala has made waves in the entertainment industry, and now she's stepping into the shade room. What's up, roommates? It's your girl Thembi, and today we have none other than Miss Lala Anthony stepping into the shade room.
Hi, I'm here. I'm stepping into the shade room.
How are you doing today? You look amazing with the blue.
Thank you. I said this is giving like Avatar.
Yeah, but cute Avatar.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Okay.
Do you realize and are you aware of how much of a trailblazer you are in like the hosting space specifically?
I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I know I've been in the game for a while and I've been able to do so many different things, and I'm happy that my career has taken so many different kind of reinventions in a way, because this way you don't get stuck in a box, you don't get bored, you're able to do a lot of different things. So I'm definitely proud of that.
Yeah, so when it comes to like TRL specifically, how does it feel to be like a black, you know, have broken barriers as a black woman or Afro-Latino woman, like in that space to create and pave the way for like people like me?
Yeah, it makes me so happy because you've told me that before, and I'm always so humbled and honored to hear you say, you know, that you looked up to me and that, you know, you're hosting now and you're doing an amazing job.
This is like a big deal right now.
Yeah, that you're doing an amazing job at it and you're interviewing me. I mean, that makes me feel good. You know, we need to be able to look at TV and see people that look like us in jobs that we want to be in, that can inspire us to do things that we want to do. It's so important.
Right, and you started off wanting to be a rapper, right? Like, can you actually rap, or were those just dreams?
I think I can. I think, you know, everybody thinks they can sing or rap. Right. I think I can. But yeah, those were my dreams way back then. And because of that, I just wanted to be around music. And that's how I started interning at a radio station in high school when I was in Atlanta. I had moved from New York to Atlanta. So that's when I started interning, just because I was like, I want to be around music. I want to be around, you know, different artists and just see the game from that perspective. So I started interning at the radio station that Ludacris was working at.
Right. And what's your rapper name?
It was Lala.
Lala?
Yes, it was Lala.
It was always Lala.
It was Lala, yes.
When did you like realize maybe that, okay, maybe rapping may not be the move? Or were you like in the TRL cut ready to give the producer your mixtape?
There were a couple times during the TRL days I was like, should I revisit that career or not? But for me, once I started working at the radio station, I realized that I loved being on the radio. I wanted to be on the radio. And when I finally got my chance to be on the radio, I was like, okay, this is what I love doing. So I started from being on the radio, then transitioning to being on TV and kind of going from there. But I loved being on the radio. I thought it was just so much fun.
And you're so good at it.
Thank you.
Why did you like stop hosting? Like, is there like a reason? Like, obviously you just did the Met Gala, which kind of brought you out of retirement. So it was great to see you do that. But why did you stop?
I just started having interest in other things. I was very passionate about acting, and I knew that's something I wanted to get into. So I started taking acting classes and really digging into it. And I just realized, you know, it was hard for me to kind of focus on hosting and dig deep into this acting world at the same time. So now I've just transitioned into acting and producing and really just being an entrepreneur. I think nowadays nobody's just one thing. People are multiple things. 360 deals, entrepreneurs across the board. There was a time where it was like, if you were an actor, that's all you did. If you were on the radio, that's all you did. If you were a TV host, that's all you did. It's not like that anymore. People are doing everything.
You started off trying to, you know, get there playing yourself, or roles that were parallel to your career, like, and You Can Play That Game. You did You Got Served, Sex and the City, all these, you know, fun things, and obviously a lot of other fun, cool roles in between, like Grownish or Think Like a Man. And now, like, if it's one thing you're gonna be, is someone's drug dealer boo. You know? Is there a specific kind of role like you really want to play one day?
I always, you know, I've heard for years about one day the Set It Off, you know, movie being remade, and I'm just like, that would be so crazy. Like, if someone actually was able to remake Set It Off. And then also, you know, some movies you don't want to touch, and it's so iconic, it probably shouldn't be touched. But
whose role would you choose in that one?
I think I would choose Cleo.
Okay.
I think I would choose Cleo.
Okay.
Straight cornrows, thugging it out, bossed up. I think that would be it.
You did the music video for like In My Feelings.
Yes.
So would you do more music videos, or is that, was that like a one-off?
I mean, I love music videos. It's so much fun. I especially love when videos are made like mini movies and stuff like that. It's so fun. So obviously the Kiki video you're talking about, with Drake was so iconic that I was like, of course I want to do this. Alicia Rashad is in that video. I'm like, this is crazy. So shout out to Drake, because that was such an amazing opportunity and we had so much fun.
And in that video you were playing Kiki, and so in the video he was shooting his shot. So I just just blink twice if he shot his shot in real life.
Well, I got sunglasses on. Nah, that's like family. That's definitely like family, and he's always looking out, and it was such a great opportunity. It's so funny because with Kiyan, my son, and my nieces and my nephews, they cared more about that than anything I've ever done. They're like, you're in the Kiki video? That was like the biggest thing. I'm like, I've done so many things in my career, and that's all they cared about.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. What about reality TV? Would you get back into that? Lala's full court life, excuse me, with Poe and Dice. Yeah. That was fun. Would you do that?
It was fun at that time. So I don't think I would do reality TV, anymore. I just don't think I would want to expose that much of my personal life, but at that time we had a great time doing it, and that's when reality TV was really just starting to take off. There wasn't like a million shows like there is now, but I love reality TV. At night you sit home, it's entertaining, you binge watch, you get caught up in these marathons and stuff, and it's so fun. But for me right now, where I'm at in my life, I don't think I want to expose that much of my personal life. And Kiyan, is 15 now. I want to be protective of
That's fair.
what he has going on as well.
And you're doing now more acting. You have your hair care line in Lala. And you're also doing a lot with prison reform.
Yes.
So how did you get into that, and what is the goal?
So prison reform for me is something that I'm super passionate about. I have an initiative out of Rikers Island, which is, a jail in New York City. And for those of you who are from New York, what's up? And if you're not, that's what Rikers is. And I work with young men in a certain building from 18 to 21 years old. Hopefully, I'll expand to young women as well and be able to take the initiative to a bigger platform. But right now it's young men ages 18 to 21. And we work on so many things, from re-entry to helping them get jobs when they get out, to positive thinking, self-esteem, how to deal with issues, how to deal with conflict. We do so many, just character building things while they're incarcerated. I'm really proud of the work, and for me, when I'm talking to the young men in my initiative, I feel like I'm talking to my son. Like I feel like I'm talking to Kiyan, and anyone, wrong place at the wrong time, one bad decision could be in that situation. So I try to understand that, hear their perspective, and help them become better citizens and assets to our community when they come out, by providing them with jobs and opportunities and resources to become promising citizens of our community.
What kind of conversations do you have with Kiyan about that? So obviously he's gone with you sometimes. So what's the conversation where you're teaching him, like, be a part of this, be involved, but also don't end up on the other side of the fence? Especially as a young black
it's very much like that. I take him so he can see the real. Like, I'm not sugarcoating things for him. This is what the inside of a jail looks like. This is a place you never want to be. But at the same time, we don't want to judge people who are in there for, making a mistake due to the environment, lack of opportunities, how they grew up, family issues, whatever it is. We want to be sensitive to that and help them reform and become better people. But you want to understand, this is not a place that you ever want to end up. There's nothing glamorous about this. There's nothing cool about this, regardless of what you might hear in certain records, or regardless of what certain artists might say. Like, nobody wants to be here.
In addition to being an entertainment industry veteran, over the years, Lala has taken on one of the most important roles of her life: motherhood. Lala opens up about everything from co-parenting to protecting her son Kiyan from the unpredictability of being in the spotlight. What kind of conversations do you have with Kiyan about, like, his your relationship with, like, dad and stuff like that? How do you what do you guys talk about when it comes to that specifically?
Like I said before, with Kiyan, it's all about leading by example. Like, he sees his parents get along. He sees us at the games together, cheering him on. He sees us there for him in every aspect. So you have to show people. So it's like we're showing him that we're a family still. We're showing him all those things, and he sees it, and he knows it. And he's 15. He can communicate really well. If he has questions, he asks us, but he knows that both his parents are always there, and we're a unit. We make decisions together, and he's doing good.
How would you describe your parenting style?
I think I'm a cool mom. I think I'm a cool parent, but at the same time, it's not like anything goes. I still have rules and discipline Kiyan, and talk to him about what's right and what's wrong. He's not just out here doing whatever he wants to do, but I think I'm a cool mom, and I think he would.
Does he think you're a cool mom?
He would say that. He loves hanging out. I love that my kid still actually loves hanging out with me, being around me. We do so many things together. Yeah, I think he would say I was a cool mom.
What lessons learned from your mother have you applied to raising Kiyan?
Definitely patience. And just leading with love, for sure. That's how my mom was. She was very patient and calm. Like, I keep repeating it, but like, being an example of how you want your kid to be. You can't tell your kid, like, I want you to be like this, and then he's looking at you being the complete opposite. Right. Like, you have to live what you're speaking. So I'm very mindful of that when it comes to Kiyan.
What are some of the rules you do have? You were just saying you have like rules. Like, what are some rules you have in place?
Well, you only just got an Instagram not too long ago. Yeah. For a while I was saying no Instagram, so I finally, caved and let him do that. He wants to get a tattoo. I haven't let him do that yet, so that's been like a discussion.
When can he get a tattoo?
I don't know. We still haven't figured it out yet, because that is a discussion that's happening right now. We haven't figured it out yet, but he can't just be out all night. He has to be home by a certain time, Depends on the situation. But Kiyan is very low-key. Like, I have a very calm, low-key kid. He doesn't want to be outside all the time. He really just focuses on basketball and his school, and his friends come over and they hang out. And he's chill. Like, he doesn't want to be too much in the mix. That's not his personality. Yeah. Like, if he was here right now, it would be hiding somewhere. He doesn't want to be where the cameras are or anything like that.
Is he, obviously he may be going to the NBA one day.
Hopefully, God willing, if that's what is for him.
Is he like passionate about basketball? Or?
He loves basketball. He's super passionate about it and so dedicated. He is just so focused when it comes to school and basketball that I look at him like, I don't know how you do it. Like, you wake up early for school, you train, you practice, you have games, we travel for his games, and he just makes it look so easy. So if it's, God's will and what he wants to do to make it to the NBA, then we'll be there every step of the way. But I also tell him that there's other things you can do in life as well. Like, that would be great, but find other things that you're passionate about too. Find other interests that you have. You don't ever want to put, all your eggs in one basket. So we always have that conversation.
Nice. Is he like dating and driving?
No, he's not dating. He's not dating. He's so 15? Focused. He's just so focused on basketball. Okay. I'm sure he has friends and everything like that, but at least not dating that I know of. No dating, but I don't know that. I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you talk to him about that? Like, about putting him on game about like girls, especially if he's going to be a pro ball player one day?
We talk about everything. Like, we talk about everything. I want to be honest with him. He sees things. He watches TV. He watches TV shows. He knows what's going on out here. And I just tell him, be careful and, make sure you find someone that wants to be around you, even friends with you, for you, and doesn't have like the wrong intentions.
Right. Are you looking forward to being an empty nester?
No.
No.
I'm not looking forward. And I'm just hearing this like coming up more and more. And I'm like, wow, I'm 2 years away from Kiyan possibly being, out the house. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh my God.
At all.
I can only imagine.
At all. It actually freaks me out. Because I was like, he's only 15. But I'm like, it's really only 2 more years.
I know. What are you going to do?
Kiyan thinks I'm going to follow him wherever he goes. And I'm like, I promise I'm not going to embarrass you like that. He's like, Mom, you can't live wherever I go. But I don't know what I'll do.
You may get a condo there, though.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about it because it freaks me out.
After her very public marriage and split from NBA star Carmelo Anthony, Lala is stepping into a new era of her life and exploring what it means to be single once again. From starting fresh to navigating the dating world, Lala is taking it one step at a time. All things considered, what would you do differently in love?
All things considered, what would I do differently in love? Well, that's a great question. All things considered, what would I do things differently in love? In love, I probably would have. I started off really young in my relationship, and maybe would have tried to took my time a little bit more and learned more about love and partnership and marriage, and kind of not just jump right into such a heavy relationship so quickly.
What's your type?
My type. You know what the truth is? I want to be open. Okay. Like, I don't want to just have a type. Like, I want to be open to maybe a type that I wouldn't think was my type, or something that's not the norm, what people would expect from me. Because I think when you are dating, you do have to be open. Because if you have this super checklist, then I don't think you're going to find anybody.
Would you date outside of your race? Are you open to that? Or
I'm open. Yeah. I'm open. I mean, I just don't want to be closed off in any way. I want to give myself an opportunity to be open.
So if someone is watching this right now, like, you know what, I want to shoot my shot at Lala, and you had to say like the things you would need from a man at this point in your life, or want, not need like as far as like finances, but like or that could be part of it too, because that matters. But so what would you say if someone's listening right now, like, damn, I would shoot my shot. Do I have these things? Am I capable of being that for her? What would those things be?
I mean, definitely like be yourself, great personality, know how to communicate. That's, personality is big, communication is big. Just be honest. I like people who are who they are, like not trying to be something else. Like, I can rock with you and respect you if you come to the table as who you are.
Yeah. And you've said you're, probably never going to get married again. But you're having fun right now, and you're a little bit not as hopeful as you once were when it comes to love. Right.
You make my life sound amazing. Like you're having fun, you're doing this. I'm like, wow, it sounds great. You're like, when it sounds wonderful. I'm like, because when's the last time I've been on a date or anything? I'm like, this sounds really great.
Well, do you feel like you're using your dating resources?
Probably not. I got to get better at that. It's a new space for me, so I don't even know like how a lot of this stuff works. The other day I was talking to a friend, and she was like, there's matchmakers out here that you could talk to. Of course, we know all the dating apps and all this stuff. It's a new world, and it's a new way that people meet each other now. I don't think, of course you can still meet someone in the traditional sense, but nowadays it's like apps and matchmakers and social media. It's just different.
I feel like you've got so many resources at your advantage. Like, for example, you're close friends with 50. He's a whole mogul and executive. Like, where are his mogul and executive friends? And that's just one.
50 would never hook me up with any of his friends.
Lala is no stranger to growing and changing relationships. And with her A-list group of besties, things are no different. Celebs like Ciara, Kim Kardashian, Kelly Rowland, Vanessa Bryant, and Serena Williams have been by her side every step of the way. Okay, so let's play a quick game. It's called Lala and Friends. So I'm going to ask you like a couple questions, like which friend would you go to for these situations? And I'm sure for a lot of them, it's like, all my friends. But like if you had to just narrow it down, who would it be? Okay, so the first one is, who do you typically go to for like advice? Be it career advice, relationship advice, love advice, life advice, whatever it may be.
Okay, so that's a lot of different advice.
Okay, so maybe per advice.
Okay, so love, relationship advice, I generally will go to Ciara and Kelly.
Okay.
They're obviously both married and have incredible husbands, incredible relationships. So for love and relationship advice, I usually, go to them.
What's the best advice they've given you?
Definitely take your time. Like, it's not a rush. I'm in a new, chapter of my life. Just take your time. Let it come to you. Really, really dig in your faith in God. And, Ciara's very much an advocate of praying for what you want and being intentional about what you want.
Waiting for that prayer for a long
exactly.
time.
I've had it for a while. You guys just got it on the Summer Walker album, but I've had it. So just continue to, stay rooted in that. And Kelly is has just such an open heart, and is just like, you're a great, she's always complimenting me and telling me what a great person I am. For me, one thing I love about Kim is that she will offer you help in anything that you ever need. You have some people that they don't want you to know all their connects or contacts. I can call her about anything. Hey, with Lala, the hair care brand, like I'm trying to do something with marketing. Who's a good person for this? And she'll tell me right away. She's not trying to keep anything to herself. And that's what, I love about her. And she'll show up for the people she cares about. She shows up every single time. We just went to Kiyan's basketball game in LA against Bronny, LeBron's son, and she was there, North was there. We had the best time. Yeah. She definitely shows up.
Okay, so what about when you need a wild night, you just want to be outside and want to have the type of night you don't remember? Who are you calling?
The type of night that I don't remember. Who am I calling? Well, I can have fun with all of them.
Right.
Serena's a fun time.
Okay.
Serena is a fun time. Now, I don't know about the type of night that we won't remember because we don't do anything that crazy. But Serena's just a type, when you go out with her, you're going to laugh, you're going to dance, you're going to have fun. There's no just sitting down. It's like, no, we're dancing, we're having a good time. So she's definitely so much fun.
I love that. Okay, what about who's the most down to bust some windows? Not literally, but maybe they just got word someone did you dirty. Who's
me.
pulling up?
I'm the one
You're
doing
that
that.
one.
I'm the one doing that. I'm like, so where we gotta be? Where we going? That's me.
Right.
I'm definitely the one that's down for all of that.
What about when it comes down to just lounging in the house, PJs, no makeup, just do nothing with friends? When you can just be silent and do nothing, but it doesn't feel awkward?
That's all of them.
And obviously you're in a space where you share a lot of energies. So whether that may be because, you're on the scene, so you're mixing energies, or you're being supportive and showing up for, your people, so you're giving energy. What do you do to just relax or protect your energy?
For me, I always said I have to get better at self-care and me time, and that's something I want to try to focus on in 2023. Just not running myself in the ground all the time, and having that time to really have some self-care, whether it's praying more, whether it's meditation, whether it's getting a massage or anything like that. I definitely say that's something I want to focus more on in this new year.
Yeah, because you're always everywhere. Somehow, it's when do you sleep?
I know.
Do you
I don't sleep. I just go. And I need to sleep more. I need to sleep more. A friend of mine was telling me yesterday, you got to get a sound machine. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to put your sleeping mask on. I never do anything like that, but I want to take more time to focus on getting more sleep and more self-care.
What is next for Lala?
So next is BMF is on TV right now. So shout out to everybody enjoying BMF. That's been incredible. I also have the movie for You People coming out at the end of this month with Lauren London and Eddie Murphy and Nia Long. Shout out, just so many incredible people that have been in that movie. Kenya Barris directed it, so we're super excited for that. 50 and I are producing a bunch of things together, so there's a lot of work, happening. And like you said, Anala, my hair care line, is doing amazing, and I'm so happy that so many people are seeing results and their hair is growing. It's 100% rice water complex. People are getting their edges back. Their hair is growing.
Ooh, can you send me some? I'm being braids all the time. I probably need it.
It's so perfect when you have braids too. So I'm just so happy people love the product, and we're going to continue to expand, in the hair care rice water space for sure. And just keep living.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to make a rap song just because. You've done everything on your bucket list. You're
just
checking.
One song.
You just need to do it and just see what happens. Especially in today's time, it could be a whole TikTok thread. Something fun like that. Thank you, Lala, so much for stepping into the Shade Room.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey roommates, if you want to see more celebs stepping into the Shade Room, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel here.